Yeah, let's definitely talk about reach, Andy. And thanks for having me today. It's really all about the incremental reach that connected TVs provides a marketer as they look to expand their traditional media mix to include these up and coming CTV platforms. I mean, we've all talked about it for at length for the last couple of years, that it's no secret that television consumption habits are continuing to change and evolve as SVOD, AVOD, fast services really make it easy for consumers to engage with the content that they love on all screens. Now, we've found that our digital video CTV services at Discovery, which include Discovery Plus and our entire suite of TVE Everywhere apps, are really delivering incremental reach. In fact, it's about 16% incremental reach for marketers' campaigns that include our digital video services than those that don't include the digital video services. One of the other things that's really interesting is that I think that in the marketplace, the early research on CTV really focused on this being a younger demo thing, right? And that it was the younger demos that were leaning into CTV. And I think that that's where it was at its start. But now it's moved, that it's across all demos and all age groups and all sexes and all geographic regions of the country, where CTV is becoming a dominant player in consumers' consumption habits, and marketers really need to lean into that. Now, one of the biggest benefits not only is just that incrementality and that incremental reach that you can get, but it's also about the ability for marketers to use the big screen television experience of great premium content with the tools that you have in digital from a targeting and addressability standpoint. So I do think that marketers will see a ton of benefit as CTV audiences continue to grow.
So tell us a little bit more about multi-screen campaigns, how they're engineered and the value of them.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about multi-screen campaigns, it's like I just mentioned, it's driving incremental reach at its core. But as we move forward into the marketplace, CTV is not going to be a nice to have on a media plan. It's going to be all about being a must have. Again, the targeting tactics that CTV provide not only give a marketer the ability to hone in onto that core audience on the CTV platforms, but it gives the marketer the opportunity to speak to their consumer in a new and different way with different types of ad products that drive brand awareness, engagement, influence brand favorability, and even have the opportunity to bring consumers to action. We've seen that marketers can lean into CTV ad experiences that shine a light on their role in the entertainment experience by providing ads like pause ads or binge ads or limited commercial interruption ads, and of course, interactive ads that allows the consumer to engage deeply with the brand's marketing messages. Now, all of this is going to allow marketers to create relevant and interesting ad experiences that will drive positive consumer sentiment on whatever screen they are, and really allowing consumers to engage more deeply with the marketers that are providing this experience for them.
Now, Jim, we've spoken about addressability for years, and it was sort of limited in a sense, right, to the MVPDs, and now programmers such as yourself are embracing addressable. What does addressable advertising on CTV mean, and what's the promise there?
Well, I think in the future, we're going to really drop the word addressable and really think about this is just how advertising is done on CTV and other platforms to help brands engage targeted audience. Because at its core, addressable advertising is really about bringing marketers the opportunity to drive more value from their investments. And bringing addressable to the forefront is key to that, because it'll help eliminate waste and allow marketers to deliver these relevant messages to the right audiences at the right time. Now, I personally believe that more reliable targeting will allow marketers not only to get that incremental reach, but I think that you're going to see a lot of marketers lean into more testing and learning in this area, because it's definitely something that's growing. You mentioned it briefly that we used to be focused on just those 2 minutes of local inventory on set-top boxes. But now as more national inventory becomes available both on linear and CTV services, providers like us at Discovery and others in the marketplace are making more inventory available. And this national addressability will bring brands the ability to hyper-target not only on CTV, but also on traditional TV. Now, one of the things that we are also seeing is that as consumers are migrating to content consumption on all screens, the explosion of CTV will allow for the growth of data, analytics, and attribution, all pointing in the right direction so that marketers can follow the consumers across the entire ecosystem. We've seen that heavily here within our Engage suite of products at Discovery. We have allowed set-top box addressability, dynamic ad insertion, and our proprietary OneGrass solution that allows marketers to use both first and third-party data sets to reach their high-intent audiences across all screens. Now, we've found that marketers that are utilizing these tools and going beyond traditional targeting tactics are seeing a 20% lift in reaching their core customers when deploying our tools. I honestly believe there's just so many benefits on why marketers should lean into addressabilities. Not only will they have the opportunity to hone in on those key targets and get that incremental reach, but with back-end attribution solutions, they'll be able to measure outcomes such as website visitation, customer acquisitions, or of course, actual sales.
Jim, it's going to be very exciting to get together in a couple of weeks in Santa Monica. I wanted to ask you, meeting with your colleagues, having the conversations, where do you hope the conversation leads, and some kind of challenges that we're going to solve? Where would you like to see the industry go, and where do you see those essential conversations happening, and where might they be taking us?
I think a lot of the conversations that I'm having with my colleagues at other networks and digital properties is really about the evolution of measurement, the evolution of targeting, the role of data, the role of privacy, all on the back of the quality content experiences that you get from providers like us. One of the things that I think that I don't want us to lose sight of is that ads are part of the storytelling experience. Right? And that ads on our networks and our platforms are always viewed as a trusted friend or advisor. That we want to make sure that the ad experiences are relevant to consumers and also driving overall viewership. And I think the marketplace as a whole needs to lean in on that marriage of both the data and the science with the content to really focus in on what's best for the consumer at heart.